If you want to buy cheap NBA 2K20 MT, hop on over to NBA2King.com and use code HTB for 5% off your order. Hey, what's up guys, Henry the Blasian here and welcome back to another video, man. Now, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be discussing the possibility of all-time Spotlight Sims dropping in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM fairly soon. Now, it's not 100% confirmed these are going to drop soon or even at all, but a lot of things that a dev has been saying has led people to think that there's going to be all-time Spotlight Sims dropping very soon. Now, if you guys do enjoy the videos, you know a sub is always appreciated. We're on the road to 200k. We are almost there. Let's keep it pushing. And let's also aim for 2,000 likes on this video. But yeah guys, the talk of the Spotlight Sims was always there, but it's really started to boom now, especially because they had an episode of 2K TV where they have a segment called Ask a Dev. Now the dev in question here is going to be 2BG, Two Brothers Gaming, Robbie, whatever you want to call him, and he was asked this question.
2007 asks, will there be any more Spotlight Sim challenges for new GOAT players? Yes.
Alright guys, so as you were able to see from that little clip right there, Robbie does answer the question, is there going to be all-time Spotlight Sims or a GOAT card coming to my team? He says yes. Now, people do think it's going to be the Spotlight Sims though, because he showed Spotlight Sims in the background. Could it be a GOAT card though? It could be. We never really know up until 2K actually drops the content, because they tend to be vague sometimes, but we can only assume that is going to be all-time Spotlight Sims coming to NBA 2K20 MyTEAM, which means it's time to talk a little bit more about predictions and what cards are coming. But before I do talk about that, if Spotlight Sims are actually coming pretty soon guys, I would kind of prepare for that. What I mean by that is you want to have some MT. You also want to sell a bunch of expensive cards that you feel like you don't need on your team. If you've already gone 12-0, then you really have no reason to hold on to super expensive cards, because cards get devalued super quick, especially with the type of content we're getting. It is now June. There's going to be Galaxy Opal flying out the ass. It is actually going to be crazy. So if you've got like a 600k MT Paul George, I'd advise you to sell him and buy him back later. I know he is part of the Series 3 set, and when they reveal the reward, he could either go up or down in price, but I just kind of wouldn't risk it. I would just make sure you're not holding on to any expensive cards, because if some of those cards end up being better version reward cards in the all-time Spotlight Sims, then you're going to lose a ton of MT. But now that I've said that for you guys, we can actually dive into the predictions. Now, as far as predictions for what cards I think are going to be in every set, here's some pictures that the community has been thinking, and you guys can see that we've got a very talented community as far as graphic designing. Now, these ones were actually made by not just one, but multiple creators who all collabed on it. You've got people like 2K Moments in there, you've got Bones in there, who by the way is the homie, you got DITQ15 and many other people, all of which I'm gonna link in the comment section just so you guys can check out their Twitter and some of other concept stuff that they've made. They are very talented. Once again, make sure you go ahead and take a look at them. But yeah, diving into the all-time Spotlight Sims, I'm like looking forward to it, and I'm also not looking forward to it at the same time. The one thing I'm not looking forward to is brainlessly playing computers again for like another 60 hours. I am just not looking forward to that, man. The last month, or not the last month, the last time I had to do it for Kobe Bryant, you guys saw it was a headache, and we managed to do it in 3 days. I know my brain is gonna be mush, but I am still going to live stream it and make it happen for you guys. But as far as the teams go guys, I think this predicting is going to be tough, because a lot of people think it is going to be all Galaxy Opals here, and I just don't see that happening. Number one, 2K ends up missing on a lot of money that they can actually make, and number two, it just doesn't seem that realistic. Now, what I think is going to happen is there's going to be 15 Galaxy Opals and 15 Pink Diamonds throughout the 30 players, and then the lock-in rewards are obviously going to be Galaxy Opals, but I just don't see it all being Galaxy Opals, because that's just going to take away from the game so much, and a lot of people do tend to fall for that Galaxy Opal glow. So if they do all end up being Galaxy Opals, I don't think they're all going to be playing to that Galaxy Opal level, because the regular Spotlight Sims, we got diamond cards, now we got pink diamond cards. It's only safe to assume that a lot of people will guess that there's going to be a lot of Galaxy Opals. But for the first team here, we have got the Bulls, and there's only one person I can really guess right there, and I think we get a Galaxy Opal Dennis Rodman there, or a better pink diamond version, but I think that's where they kind of go up a tier, and we get a Galaxy Opal one. Jumping into the number 2 section, now I haven't done any research. I'm literally guessing as we actually go in this video, but for Charlotte, I think we're actually going to get a Galaxy Opal or Pink Diamond Gerald Wallace. That's the only thing I can really see coming out of this that would be super fire, that would attract people. Now, I'm always going to be thinking about the best cards, which means they're not always guaranteed, but you can always hope. No one was expecting a Bargnani for the Raptors, but I think we might either get a Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard, or we end up getting a Pink Diamond Vince Carter. Vince Carter is yet to have a Pink Diamond in the game. He's only got the Opal. That would be the perfect opportunity for 2K to throw him in there. Now, for the Pistons, this one was a bit tougher because you've already got Galaxy Opal Chauncey Billups. You've already got Pink Diamond Ben Wallace. I can only guess that it's going to be some troll card like Bill Laimbeer or something like that. That, or they throw a Pink Diamond Isaiah Thomas in here, maybe a Joe Dumars. That's all I can really guess for that position, but I just don't see it being a hype card from the Pistons. When we jump over to the Pacers, I was gonna guess Ron Artest, but Ron Artest unfortunately is not in 2K this year. Now for the Nets, you should have already seen it from that concept card art I did show earlier. Someone did guess Buck Williams on the Nets, and that's one thing that I think is gonna happen. Number one, they love to use as many historic players as they can, and I feel like if Buck Williams is gonna get a better card, this would be the time. Is it something I'd be hyped for? No, but 2K isn't gonna put a very hyped card at every single spot, otherwise they're just not gonna make any money. But when we do jump over to the Magic spot, this is where I think it could be one of two things. Now, someone already did think it was going to be a Galaxy Opal Horace Grant, but here's what I think it's going to be. I think it's either going to be a Pink Diamond or Galaxy Opal Shaquille O'Neal. And I know you guys are thinking, HTB, you must be crazy. You must be dumb if you think we're going to get a free Shaquille O'Neal. Now, here's the thing. I think it might be a Galaxy Opal / Pink Diamond one, but it won't be as glitched as the Galaxy Opal Lakers Shaq, where it's not going to have like a three-pointer or anything crazy like that. I think it's just going to be like a better version of that Pink Diamond Lakers Shaq that we had earlier in the year. And I've been looking forward to getting another Shaq that didn't cost me 1 million MT. Even if he cannot shoot the three, I think that'd be a good card to give to the community. Now, when we jump over to the Knicks, we've already got ourselves a Melo. We've already got ourselves a Patrick Ewing. The only other guess I can guess for right here is going to be a Pink Diamond Walt Frazier. He's really one of the greatest Knicks of all time, and he does not have a Galaxy Opal card yet. For that reason, I think he would be right there. Now, when we jump on over to the Miami Heat, we've already just got a Tim Hardaway. We've already got a Dwayne Wade, a LeBron, Alonzo, a Shaq, a Chris Bosh. So there's not much to go on here except the one card that 2K seems to drop every year, and we got him as a reward card this year, and I think we get yet another one. I think we're going to be getting a Ronnie Sikali, the center right there at that spot. The only other player I can see them putting right there is either going to be Steve Smith, who is more of a Hawk, or Bam Adebayo, maybe Udonis Haslem if they want to give him some love, but I think it's either going to be, actually, it could be Jason Williams, but again, that's another card that was better when he played on the Kings. So for that reason, I'm going with Ronnie Sikali. He is an all-time Miami Heat after all, and I think he goes at that spot. Now, when we jump on over to the Hawks, there is some potential. Like I said, there was that Steve Smith we could potentially get, but who I think we actually end up getting, and I hate to say this, I think we're going to be getting a Galaxy Opal / Pink Diamond, not a Paul Millsap, not a Josh Smith, but an Al Horford, the one card with a really bad jumper. We're yet to have a good Atlanta Hawk Al Horford, and we always get Al Horford in some way, shape, or form in my team every year. So if there's any way for him to make a crappy debut, I think it's going to be right on that spot. Now, when we jump on over to the freaking Celtics, I think we're actually going to be getting a better version of a Kevin McHale or a Robert Parrish. Some of you are thinking, HTB, are you dumb? It's going to be Bill Russell. I think Bill Russell is actually going to be the full collection reward here on the east side. Whether it's going to be a GOAT card or not, I think he's going to be the full collection there on the east. When we jump on over to the Cavs, I think we're either going to be getting a Galaxy Opal Mark Price or a Pink Diamond Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Those seem like the only two that would fit really well there. No chance they're giving us a younger, good version of a LeBron James card there. That would just make no sense. Unless we got like a Mo Williams or like a Kyrie Irving, which I also doubt we would get. That'd be cool. But my lock-in for that one is either Galaxy Opal Mark Price Maurice or a pink diamond Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Jumping into Washington, I was going to guess Anton Jameson, but that's a card that just dropped yesterday. And the thing is, when you look at the whole Wizards roster, there's really not much to go off. There's Elvin Hayes, who we already have a free Galaxy Opal locker code, Wes Unseld, who just got the glitch card, and RIP, by the way. We got an Arenas, we got a John Wall that evos to a Galaxy Opal. The only two people I can guess we can get, and I hate to say this, number one, Earl the Pearl Monroe, a card who has been an absolute troll diamond as far as locker codes this year, and the only other card I can guess is Phil Chenier. Other than that, every other card has a card. We already got this Karan Butler, Rod Strickland already has a card, Bradley Beal already has a card, and then like I said earlier, Anton Jameson already has a card. So for the Wizard spot, I think it's going to be a troll card, and they're probably going to make it a Galaxy Opal because it's not going to be a very fun card. And jumping into the Bucks, like was guessed earlier from that card art that I showed you guys, I think we're going to be getting a Galaxy Opal Sidney Moncrief. That makes the most sense. I don't see us getting like a current player in there, especially because it is all-time Spotlight Sims, so it would only make sense to have Sidney Moncrief there, one of the best defenders of all time. The man was locked down. Okay, now last but not least, on the East here, we've got yet another card spot that I don't think is going to be too hype, because for the Sixers, you really only got a few players that are very hype. You got Allen Iverson, Will Chamberlain, Julius Irving, all of which already have very good cards. The only card that I think goes here is going to be one that is Cheeks, and I mean that literally. Maurice Cheeks, I think, is going to be the spot for the all-time Sixers. That, or it's going to be a Bobby Jones, or they get super hype and give us a Galaxy Opal Andre Iguodala. So Galaxy Opal Andre Iguodala or a pink diamond Bobby Jones is my guess for the East there. And like I said earlier, the lock-in for the whole East is going to be a Galaxy Opal Bill Russell, a card we are very overdue for. He's not even auctionable this year. Like, we got an amethyst one from the token market, we got a pink diamond one from locking in a collection. I assume they only follow the trend and you got to lock in another collection to get the Bill Russell here on the East. This will lead us to jump on over to the West side. All right, so guys, to start off the West, we've got the Golden State Warriors, and a lot of Warriors players already have very good cards. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Durant, Draymond Green, Tim Hardaway, Nate Thurmond. Only two people I think are going to go here are going to be point guards, and I think it's either going to be a Galaxy Opal Baron Davis, which would be so fire for the community, or it's going to be something like a pink diamond Sleepy Floyd. And yes, I will be sleeping on that because that card will not be worth getting. That, or we end up getting like a pink diamond / Galaxy Opal Rick Barry. Those are the only possibilities I really see at that position. I think 2K is super limited unless they get super historic with all-time cards. But yeah, we've already got Wilt, Kevin Durant, and like I mentioned, we got the Galaxy Opal Chris Mullin for finishing the whole West side here, so I just don't see anything too crazy being at that spot. Now, jumping on over to the Trailblazers, this one I think could end up being super interesting. We're not going to get anyone like Sabonis. I don't think we get a CJ McCollum. We already got a Jeff Petrie who really didn't end up being that hype, and we just recently got a pink diamond LaMarcus Aldridge, so that really leaves one of two people. Number one, I'm going to guess is we get a Galaxy Opal Bill Walton. If it ends up being a Galaxy Opal, I would not mind that at all, but the one player I think we're actually going to get is a pink diamond Jerome Kersey, man. The card that was an absolute beast at the beginning of the year, this would be the perfect time to bring him in, give him a nice card, and let us have fun with him, because we already got a Galaxy Opal Kiki. Lillard is probably going to get a Galaxy Opal. He better get a Galaxy Opal this year because he didn't get a Galaxy Opal at all last year. 2K's got to give him some love. If we don't get someone like that, I assume we get like a Jim Paxson or a Terry Porter or even Maurice Lucas, who did get the pink diamond earlier. Wouldn't be surprised if he got a Galaxy Opal. And then when we go on over to the Timberwolves, like we showed in that concept card art earlier, people think it is going to be Stefan Marbury, and I think that is a perfect guess. You guys will notice that it's going to be a lot of point guards that could really end up on this whole all-time list, especially because they're all undersized. I think 2K can afford to throw us all these players for free, because at the end, Giannis is still going to dominate all of them, which is the unfortunate truth. When we move on over to the Phoenix Suns, I think this actually has potential to be really good. I don't think we're going to get like a better DeAndre Ayton, especially if they're talking all time. DeAndre Ayton is only in his second year, so I don't see that happening. I don't think we're getting a Steve Nash, and I don't think we're getting a Sir Charles. As much as they would be perfect to get a Charles Barkley right now, I don't think we're going to get him. Who I do think we're going to get, though, is either going to be Dan Marley, Sean Marion, or Alvin Adams. Tom Chambers already has a pink diamond in the game, so I don't really see them showing him that much more love, but I would not be surprised if we got a Sean Marion, just because his pink diamond is way outdated. Like, it's not a pink diamond, diamond. Amethyst cards play better than that card. Alvin Adams would definitely be trash, but I wouldn't be surprised if they threw him in here because, again, that's a card they can afford to throw out. But a Dan Marley, that would be super fire. He would be like a juiced up Klay Thompson. I would not mind that at all. Jumping on over to the Spurs, I only think it's going to be one person, and that's going to be like a pink diamond Tony Parker. I don't think it's going to be a Galaxy Opal one, just because we already have one of those in the token rewards. We've already got a good pink diamond Tim Duncan / a Galaxy Opal one as well. We got David Robinson. We just recently got a Larry Kennan. We don't have Ginobili in the game this year, unfortunately, and I don't think it's going to be Danny Green or Kawhi Leonard because they're not all-time Spurs just yet. They are still in their careers as we speak right now. So for that reason, I think that spot is locked in for a Tony Parker. When we do jump into the Thunder, though, you guys managed to see that concept card art as well, and a lot of people think it is going to be a Galaxy Opal Gary Payton. Now, I'm actually not opposed to that at all, especially because I'd like a dynamic duo with him and the Sean Kemp. I think that would be super fire. For that reason, I'm going to agree with the Gary Payton, man. And then jumping on over to the Rockets, I think we might get a Galaxy Opal Ralph Sampson. Assuming they want to give us a good card, it is going to be a Galaxy Opal Ralph Sampson is my guess. And if it doesn't end up being Ralph Sampson, I think it is going to be Kenny the Jet Smith, or it's going to be the really short player Calvin Murphy, who no one's going to use. But again, those are players they can afford to throw away because those are cards you wouldn't pay a ton of MT for anyways in the auction house. So that leads me to jump on over to the Denver Nuggets. And at first, I thought we were going to get something epic like a J.R. Smith or a Carmelo Anthony, which would be super fire, but I think we're actually going to get a Ty Lawson. This is where I see just Ty Lawson making the perfect debut. As much as I hate to say it, I think we're getting a Ty Lawson, unless they go super cool and they give us like a Chris Anderson, like the Birdman, a pink diamond one. That'd be fire, but this is the perfect time again for them to just throw out a Ty Lawson and give them to us. So they've got a lot of opportunity to throw a lot of trash cards at us. I can't think of a better nugget unless we actually get a Galaxy Opal Alex English, who has a lot of very similar animations to Carmelo Anthony, so I actually would not mind that at all. But yeah, my guess is it's going to be Alex English or it's going to be the trash bag Ty Lawson. They might throw a Galaxy Opal David Thompson in there, but I feel like that's going to be a bit ambitious. I would love that though because that card's got fire animations, but that's my guess for the Nuggets. And then when we go on over to Dallas, I feel like 2K will feel like they've already given out so many point guards that we end up getting a pink diamond / Galaxy Opal Jamal Mashburn, which I wouldn't be opposed to. If he gets like Hall of Fame quick draw and stuff, I think he has potential to be a very good card, so I would not be opposed to that. Maybe even a Derek Harper point guard if they feel like throwing us some more and I'm wrong on other guesses, but I think this spot is either Derek Harper or it's going to be Jamal Mashburn and nothing else. When we go on over to the Lakers, this is where there's a lot of questions because there's a lot of all-timers when it comes to the Lakers, man, and I think we get one of 3 people and the other person is going to end up being the lock-in reward for the whole West. Now, my guess is that we're going to get Galaxy Opal Elgin Baylor in that spot because, again, not a very high value target in the auction house, very undersized at the small forward. You'd have to play him at the 2, and even there, he's a little bit undersized. So for that reason, I think they could throw Baylor in there. And then for the all-time lock-in reward, it's going to be one of 2 people. Number 1, we get the logo. He obviously wouldn't be like the best card, but it would make sense for an all-time lock-in. The man is the logo after all. We either get a Jerry West right there, or we get a George Mikan. I see George Mikan making his debut right there as a lock-in card. I think he would actually be a fire lock-in card, so I would not be opposed to that whatsoever. And then when we go ahead and jump on over to the Kings, this is where I think we can get a Galaxy Opal Chris Webber. Now, obviously, that would be a higher value card, but we got to get some OP cards in here. They threw people like DeMarcus Cousins and Steph Curry in here who are big names. I can definitely see them throwing in a Galaxy Opal Chris Webber at that King spot, especially because we already have a Galaxy Opal Peja Stojakovic anyway. We just got this Vlade Divac, and there was already a Mike Bibby in the game at that Grizzlies spot. So for that reason, I definitely see it being a Galaxy Opal Webber, and I would be all for it, man. Jumping into the Jazz, everybody knows this is going to be one of 2 players. We're either getting Galaxy Opal Stockton or Galaxy Opal Karl Malone. 2 cards, I'm surprised, already do not have Galaxy Opals, and it's freaking June, man. Like, you release Galaxy Opal Stockton now, he's going to go for like 50 KMT, unless he has a 99 driving dunk. I just do not see Stockton being a very valued name, whether it's in the auction house or whether it's in the Spotlight Sims. He'll be a fun card, sure, but Stockton was way overdue for another card way back when, but I think it's going to be either Stockton or Karl Malone there. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Karl Malone was the lock-in reward for the West, because I can see him giving them some nasty animations, and and for that reason, people will want to grind for that Malone, man. But going into the Pelicans, I think this is where we're going to be getting a Galaxy Opal Chris Paul. Again, a very good name, yes, and also he's not going to be a high value target in the auction house, so it's another card that 2K can kind of afford to just give us anyways. They can afford to do a lot of things actually, except give us really OP cards. But that, we maybe might get an Eric Gordon, but very doubtful there. Maybe they get a little crazy and they give us a Ryan Anderson. That would be super fire. But as far as a guaranteed card, I think Chris Paul is most likely the best candidate for that spot. So second to last here, we have got the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think this is going to be one of two people. We either get the Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol that you guys saw the concept card art of, or we get a Galaxy Opal Zach Randolph. And to be honest, I love my boy Zebo, so I am rooting for a Zach Randolph to be right there, but those are the only two cards I see right there. And last but not least, we've got the Clippers. Now for all-time Clippers, there's really not much to choose from, because we're not getting Kawhi Leonard, we're not getting a Patrick Beverly, we're not going to be getting a Paul George. Who I think it's probably going to be is an Elton Brand or a World Be Free card. Those most likely make the most sense as far as all-time Clippers. That, or they give us a pink diamond Clipper CP3 here and change the Pelicans one to something else. But as far as all-timers, it only makes more sense for CP3 to be a Pelicans card and a Galaxy Opal one at that, because we've already got a pink diamond moments one from the All-Star Weekend, and that is going to be all my guesses. Like I said before, the lock-in reward I think is either going to be Galaxy Opal Karl Malone or a Galaxy Opal George Mikan. And then you guys are probably wondering who is going to be the GOAT card. I feel like a lot of people would assume it's going to be LeBron James, but I feel like 2K would make so much money from LeBron James. So as far as the next GOAT card, honestly, I don't even know what to guess here, because I feel like it's going to be something we don't know. I think we might get a GOAT Vince Carter, but I also wouldn't want that because that's going to be the third shooting guard in a row. I say Vince Carter because he retires this year. We might get a GOAT Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which I would not be opposed to that, or the GOAT ends up being the Bill Russell card and we end up getting someone completely different on the west side, which honestly makes the most sense. I feel like a GOAT Bill Russell is ending up in this no matter what. We're either getting him on the east right here, or he's going to be the ultimate lock-in reward. But yeah guys, that is going to be my guess for everything going on Spotlight Sims. If this does indeed end up happening, you guys already know we're going to be on that grind. Last time we were streaming for almost 70 hours straight. That was super fun with some naps in between, obviously, because it's not possible to go 60 hours straight playing 2K. Trust me, you will literally go insane. But with all that being said, if they are indeed coming, I am super excited for it. Hopefully it does end up happening, because as much as I dread the offline, it is fun getting to stream and hang out with you guys. Plus a lot of you, no money spent, are going to get some more elite cards to add on to your lineup. But with all that being said, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, and for you new viewers, you know you got to hit that subscribe button and join the Blasian Nation, man. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and take care.